Yeah, live.
We're live.
Woohoo.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, I'm going to get the song going. So there's always a delay with these at first. So just bear with us as we wait for some people to come in. Let us know if you hear us. Off to a bad start. Okay, I'll stop this. Let us know if you guys can see us and hear us okay.
Let us know.
Please.
Is this working?
Because we never know when you guys finally get it. Give us a thumbs up if you can see us.
And hear us. I can hear you. Can you
All
see
right.
us? All good?
Perfect. Excellent, you guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to another live. We haven't done this in a couple months.
Yeah. We always say we'll do one once a month, and that hasn't happened yet.
No, it hasn't. So we're bad at that, but we're going to try it out today. So first of all, where is everybody from? I think we had some questions in here before we even got started, and we will go back. Anna's going to be on her phone going back to the questions.
Try to make sure we don't miss anything. I'm sure we will, because it always gets overwhelming in the comments.
So we have, let's see, London, Texas, Toronto. So cool. I saw Renata
Florida.
in here. She's from in Brazil, maybe.
St. Louis,
Halifax.
Hopefully you have power.
So cool. Look, we got New Brunswick,
New Jersey,
all kinds of places. Calgary. Excellent. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. If you can do us a favor and hit the like button down below, that will get the video out there, and other people that subscribe to the channel will see us for the video. So see if you can do that. Let's start answering some questions.
Well, first, before we do that, we put a little bit of a discount on our merchandise just because we're going live. We figured we'd do something kind of special. We put the discount code in the description, but I think it's delightful. DR is the promo. It's 20% off everything for a whole week in our store. So if you want to go buy some delightful merchandise, which we're not wearing at the moment, but
no. We didn't take any with us. But if you want to support the channel, that's an extra way to do it. You'll get some cool swag. This is great. 100 of you are here. We got some Caesars going.
Yeah, hopefully you guys do have your cocktails or coffee or whatever of choice.
I know. So this is great. Take a little drink, and then we'll go. Let's probably start answering a few questions. If you have any questions for us at all, please go ahead and ask. You can see the live chat on the side if you're on your computer. If you're on a phone, I think you see the live chat below.
And if you're on your TV, you don't see the live chat. So I'd highly suggest if you have a phone, just opening it up so you can actually see what people are saying.
Yeah.
If not, we're going to read out the questions and everything.
But by all means, ask us anything you want, and we will do our best to answer.
Okay. The very first question was, when are you guys going to Punta Cana? We already did.
Yeah, so we were already in Punta Cana, and I realized maybe you picked us up kind of later in the Dominican Republic series. So if you just go back probably about 10 videos or so, you'll see
maybe more than that.
Maybe more? Yeah, probably more than that.
We actually flew into Punta Cana when we first came to the Dominican Republic. So it was our first stop, and we did a few videos there.
I think there's a few videos there if you want to check them out. We had a ball in Punta Cana. It was a lot of fun, especially when we got off the resorts.
Okay, somebody said, we are going to Cabarete in 3 weeks, and I wonder if it's possible to pay all the time with credit card. If not, is it easy to get cash, and what is the rate they give you? Ooh, I don't know about rates, but so credit cards, some places, yes, lots of places are cash only. There are a few places that are cash only or PayPal, which is kind of odd. So you don't depend on paying with your credit card.
No,
you'll eventually learn which places take it and which don't.
I'd say it's kind of half and half. So we try to use the credit card whenever we can, but we always have cash. So a tip would be always get cash out before a weekend, because sometimes the lines can be crazy at bank machines here at ATMs.
They have for Canadians, they do have a Scotiabank. It's not really affiliated with Scotiabank, but at least you don't pay fees at the ATM.
Yeah, which is nice.
I'm not sure of the rates. Honestly, we don't pay that as close attention as we should maybe to exchange rates, but we just go to Scotiabank and take out money. We do.
It is interesting though. It is the same Scotiabank brand.
It's just we can never walk into a teller and
well, there's lots of questions coming in. I'll try to answer some while you're looking for some, and we'll go out of order here, guys. So someone asked, so we have a tiny house, and Steve K just asked, are you renting out your tiny house in Canada right now? So not right now, because it's seasonal and it's cold back home where we're from. And right now there's like a big ice storm that came in. So it's going to be available for rent from May until October-ish.
And it hasn't opened up yet. We'll have to actually talk to our property manager, but when they open up for 2022 booking. So hopefully soon.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys have asked us about renting it. So when we know, we'll make a post about it here on YouTube maybe.
And maybe also follow us on Instagram, because we're always talking about stuff on there. Watch our stories.
Yeah. There was a question, what's the weather like in the DR today? Emma P. Hey, Emma. Looks like the sun's trying to come out.
It was raining a little earlier.
Yeah.
But maybe there's hope for the afternoon.
It is warm and it's a little muggy, and there's no wind today, so there's no kiters, which is weird when you're in Cabarete. Can you tell us the rental price for the villa in Harapakoa? What did we pay for that?
This is why we never talk about prices, to be honest, because it can vary so much. We actually rented it for a weekend and then for a Monday night, and the price, I think it was like double on the weekend. I want to say it was like 300 Canadian or 300 US a night.
Yeah.
For between two couples.
Yeah, we split it with the Voyager Guru
But
guys.
then during the Monday night, it was like 180 for the night. So
what do you do? Let's see. John and Kara just sent us a super chat.
Oh, okay.
So they have a YouTube channel, guys. You should click on their link here and go follow them.
Yes.
They are great. They've been probably the biggest supporters of our channel since we've had it. And they sent us.
We're still waiting to meet them in person, but it's going to happen someday.
Yeah, yeah. they sent $50. Wow, you guys, you did not have to do that. Said have brunch on us.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Appreciate that, honestly. Okay, we're missing probably lots of questions.
I know, I'm trying to find them.
I'll start scrolling up as well. Oh, by the way, while we're looking for questions, we do a bad job of kind of promoting ourselves. So I just wanted to bring up that you can join the channel now. And if you're wondering what that is, there's a join button probably below this video and on every video. And it's just a way of going the extra mile to support us. I'll just leave it at that. But if you ever want to, it's like buying us a coffee once a month for
or a beer.
videos or a beer. You'll see if you click. But we need to get better about saying that, because you guys ask us all the time. And we don't really bring it up too often. Okay. Let's see if we can find some more questions. So Terry Gray said, have you considered investing in real estate in the DR?
Thought about it.
Funny you say that. Honestly, yes. It took us about 3 or 4 days of being here in Puerto Plata. And yeah, honestly, thinking about it, I don't know if it will happen, but we've met so many people that have. I feel like we know a thing or two about it now.
Yeah, it sounds complicated and kind of confusing, but you need to have a very good realtor and lawyer and all that stuff.
Yeah. So it's tempting.
Maybe someday. I don't think it's not happening this year or anything, but maybe down the line we'd consider it.
Yeah. The thing is, I mean, this North Coast and this area, like, we love it. We absolutely love it. And I don't think we've ever been anywhere where we're like, we need to think about getting a property. It's like, this place just feels like home. Plus, it helps that some of our friends are here too.
Yes.
If Max and Marin are watching, the Voyager Guru guys.
Someone said, hi, I'm heading there in March, only a few weeks. I've been told the immigration line is very long. Is that true? Honestly, we have never flown in and out of Puerto Plata. We flew into Punta Cana, and there was no line when we came. But little pro tip for you from Voyager Guru: if you have a priority pass, you can sign up. I think it's part of your pass for like a VIP thing, and they'll like pick you up at the gate and take you through immigration and get your bags for you. They do everything in and out of Puerto Plata. It sounds amazing.
I think whenever we do leave this country, I think we're going to have to, if we fly out of Puerto Plata, we'll have to film that.
Yeah.
Because it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Especially for just priority pass.
Yeah.
Okay. More questions. Well, everyone tuning in, like, greetings from Malaysia, Montreal.
Ooh. Someone said, I've heard the cost of living is double compared with Puerto Plata. The thing about the cost of living here is that you're going to hear some people that live probably in a very, very local community, a local Dominican style house, rather than like a expat style. I don't know if I want to say expat, but like a high-end beachfront.
I feel like expat is the best word I can get. Like, people from abroad that live here in an expat community. So those would be more expensive. But honestly, we find it affordable here. We made a video about cost of living in the Dominican Republic, and in our experience, everything is like half the price. It's crazy.
But as far as like rent goes, it just depends on what you want. And how close you want to be to the beach, if you want a view, if you want a pool, all that stuff, it gets more expensive.
It's like anywhere in the world. Like, it's location.
And they also,
wait, there's some super chats. We have to mention these. Louise Ramirez, thank you. $9.99. You did not have to do that, but we appreciate it.
How come that's in yellow?
I think it's just what Google does.
Oh, okay.
But I like the emoji that you chose. And then I just noticed Crypto Goat Man. Best name ever. Thank you for that. You did not have to do that, but we certainly appreciate it.
You guys are amazing.
Wow, this is so cool. There's like 200 people here.
Thank
you guys.
Awesome.
Hit the like button if there's anyone new. That helps get the video out there. And we'll keep going through your questions. If you have any at all, anything goes. Ask us whatever you want.
Same person that asked about the cost of living said, do we need a car to get around Jarabacoa? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if maybe there's local transit, but we had a car. It's definitely the easiest way to get around. It's easy to drive there, relatively, especially compared to here.
Yeah, well, it's easy to drive there, but driving can be a little nerve-wracking in the Dominican Republic. But the more you do it, like anything, you just get used to it, and you just kind of learn to adapt and drive like the Dominicans do. I mean, more or less. But yeah, highly recommend Jarabacoa or Jarabacoa. I think we say it like our English way.
Yes.
But I think it's Jarabacoa. Highly recommend that spot if you're coming here. It's out of this world. And we're going to go back, I think, probably in April. We're trying to plan maybe in April, trying to plan a big road trip that might take us through there and some other places.
And in one place that people have told us over and over and over and over again, it's kind of far away, but that we have to go there. So it's on the list to go to in April.
Melissa Lopez sent us a super chat. Thank you, Melissa. Let me read it here. Coffee on us. Keep enjoying the Dominican Republic. I'm so happy you are enjoying it out there. Yeah, we love it. Every day we're out. We love it here.
It doesn't get old.
No,
it really doesn't. And every day we say like how much we love it. It feels like home. It's something so special. It's really hard to explain to people.
It is. There's something about this North Coast that I can't quite explain, but it just feels right here. There's so much to do, and we've never said that about another place.
There's just a nice vibe. I know that's very nondescript or indescript or whatever, but it's just there's something special. It's hard to put into words if you've never been here.
Yeah, I think there's like some kind of a saying that a lot of locals and people say, like if you come to Cabarete specifically once, and then you leave, you'll always come back, and that's true. We were planning at one point to kind of go somewhere else, probably next month, but given all the Omicron stuff that happened, we were like, yeah, maybe we'll just play it safe. And we love it here anyway.
And there's also just so much to do here. I feel like we could spend years here and still, this country has so much to offer. So it would take years to get everything off that list. Okay, let's try to find some other questions. So Anna's looking for questions. I will say again, we do have a sale on right now with promo code. I think it's Delight DR in our merchandise store. If you want to check that out, we're going to leave that up for a week. You can get about, I think it's 20% off all of our merchandise, and there's some cool shirts and all kinds of merchandise in there. And we always love when you guys send us pictures of you wearing that stuff. So that is there. Someone asked us, do you need a visa if you stay in the DR for 5 months? So the visa thing is interesting. I think it depends on where you're from.
Yeah.
But generally, from what we've heard, and this comes from other people, this is not our own experience, just saying that. When you come in, you basically have a 30-day visa. And when you leave, if you don't renew your visa, which you don't have to, this is what we're told. When you leave, you pay a penalty based on how long you stayed. And it's pretty low. You can find a chart online.
I just want to say the word penalty freaks a lot of people out. And it is a penalty, but really you just pay. What I view it as is you're paying extra months to be here.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering, a lot of countries do this and a lot of people don't know. This is exactly what we did in the Philippines. The situation was slightly different, but you can do that in the Philippines as well back in normal times. You just pay like a penalty for the extra months you stay. And
we've told we weren't sure when we came in. A few people told us you can do this, and we're still slightly nervous about it. Once we got here, everybody was like, we basically said, don't worry about it. Just pay when you leave. Keep your receipt. Yeah. That's basically it.
And these are people that have been coming here for years.
And we've heard of people that stayed for like 10 years, oddly enough, without applying for a visa ever, and then just paid like $1,000 when they left after 10 years.
Yeah. I think that just answers John and Kara's questions. They said, well, you have to formally extend your stay. No, we'll just leave when we leave, and we don't have any plans on leaving yet. So for all you Dominicans watching.
We actually did try to formally apply for it, and it was done online, and we kept getting errors. And so no, this is ridiculous.
Renata Pereira just said overstay tax. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to think of it. It's just like an overstay tax. So that's what we will do. And we just feel quite comfy here. Hey, Kathy Wimbley sent us a super chat. Thank you very much. I love these emojis. I don't know if people pick them or they're just random, but whatever that is, I think suggesting we should keep it up and maybe work out.
Yeah.
Probably should work out, but it's Sunday. Can you guys speak Spanish? So no. However, we've definitely been picking things up. Mm-hmm. We can definitely understand more Spanish than we could 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we pick up a couple words every week, like important words. We're trying to learn like connector words and that kind of thing.
Yeah, like all the wheres and the is, and all the words that connect the words. So we've been kind of working on that a little bit, which has been interesting. I mean, we have some go-to phrases that we can certainly say. We
can generally order off a menu in Spanish.
Yeah, we can read it, and I can often pick out what they're saying, but I can in no way respond. So it's, I think we're gonna.
Sometimes that's part of the problem when you only know a few words. It's like, I know how to ask a question or something in Spanish, but then when they reply to me in Spanish, I don't know what they're saying.
But I think I know more Spanish now than I do French. And
really?
I don't know. Like, I can't speak French, but I can pick out a lot. But I don't know. It's interesting, but I'm going to keep it up. I'm excited about it. So, it helps when you're surrounded by it all the time as well. But I know people ask us. There's lots of English here. Don't worry if you can't speak Spanish.
You'll get by.
Especially
with Google Translate.
There's another super chat. Where did that go?
Right there.
Terry Gray, thank you. Living vicariously through you guys. Love the channel. We so appreciate that. We love getting your comments and like meeting all you guys. I mean, there's so many people in Cabarete that specifically, and in Los Terrenos when we were there, that we've met. Like so many of you guys stop us and say hello. It's great. It's our favorite
all
thing.
The time.
So if any of you are here that have stopped us recently, hi and thanks. And sometimes people are scared or don't know what to say.
It was funny because we said in a video that we get so many people messaging us, which we do, to meet up, and we're just slightly hesitant of that. And there's just so many people that we'd be meeting up with people, I feel like 5 times a day, which is so nice. I love that you guys, want to hang out with us. And we feel like we're
all the time.
But anyway, I didn't finish my comment about that. What I meant is then we'll run into people and be like, oh, we know you guys don't want to talk to anybody. We're like, no, we want to. So if you do see us out there, definitely say hi.
Yeah, and we're up for a photo or whatever you want to do. Yeah, because like people ask all the time, and it's cool. We love meeting you guys. It's our favorite thing. Kodak sent us a super chat, 50 pesos. Thank you very much. That will go towards a Presidente. So you guys are so kind. You do not have to do that, but definitely do appreciate it. All right.
Lisa asks, we plan to visit January to May 2023. Do you recommend that we book prior to arrival? Do you use Airbnb to book your rentals? So that's a tough one. You're definitely, if you didn't book beforehand, you'll find something, but that always makes me nervous when you're coming for a long period of time. And what if you can't find something?
Yeah.
So yes, we booked on Airbnb. We usually search like there's a way to search for monthly rentals. And then I usually try to narrow it down by putting in, how much you want to spend and all that stuff. And lots of places have it set up for monthly. Once
you get here too, I mean, I'd maybe suggest rent a place for a month, and then you're going to meet people and kind of get the inside scoop on what else is available.
We actually rented, so we booked this place and the last place in September, and we weren't going to rent for what we thought was going to be our entire time. But every time we started messaging people, property managers, they were like, "It's getting really busy for January. You should maybe book." So we got nervous. And
let's see. So Emma PS, are you in the same apartment? So no, this is a different place. We're going to show you guys this place in an upcoming video. I think maybe not the next video, but the video after. So it's smaller, but we will be moving kind of back to where we were eventually, but in a different unit. And
I know a lot of people also keep messaging us and asking specifically where we are.
Yeah.
And we're not putting it in videos only because we don't want to tell people exactly where we are when we're there. You just never know who's watching and who.
Well, yeah, we can't. We can't quite do that, or we shouldn't do that.
But if you do ask us, we'll tell you.
Yeah. Craig Karim asked, dealt with any power outages? Yeah, we 10, 15 years ago was a real problem. It's still an issue, but a lot of buildings like this one and the last one have generators now. So it's seamless. And for us, we have to have that just in order
That's
to work.
Actually, if you are coming here and booking a place, I would I would recommend that you ask about water backups because water goes out a lot. So you want to make sure that the building you're staying in has some sort of water system that won't go out when the town water is shut off.
Yeah.
And also electricity as well. Do they have a generator?
Yeah, exactly. So just keep that in mind. Remember, you're in the DR, like you're on an island in the Caribbean. Things can happen, but I don't think it's like it was 10 years ago. It seems to be more stable, and there's some new buildings here, some new hotels coming in. Usually that means better infrastructure.
Hopefully, yeah. Melly asked, what is the humidity like in Jarabacoa? Also mosquitoes. We did not find it humid at all when we were there, and there were next to no mosquitoes.
No mosquitoes.
Maybe it was too cold for them.
They like the heat here. No, so it was good. It was a nice temperature. I don't know how to describe. Like it felt like Canada in the summer.
Without the humidity.
Without the humidity, yeah, it was pretty dry. So John and Kara said 4,800 to go to 100K. Blows our minds that this is this could happen. I think it will. If we keep it up, and thanks to all of you guys, man.
If you haven't subscribed already, please do so.
Yeah, it's all of you that are helping us get there, and it's wild because we still to this day remember hitting 100 subscribers
and being so excited.
I'm so excited, like so excited for 100 subscribers.
Absolutely.
And here we are at almost 100,000 people. What on earth is happening? Crazy.
Chris asked, have you been to Sosua? If so, what did you think?
Sosua. So Sosua is about a 20-minute drive from here. It's
kind of the closest big town.
Yeah, we've been to the beach there once or twice.
I think.
It's a gorgeous beach.
So we haven't spent nearly as much time there as we should, because considering how fast or how close it is. We've been to the Playero for grocery shopping quite a few times. We've driven through a lot.
Yeah. But Sosua in general.
There's a craft beer place we want to try. Yeah,
we'll have videos from there eventually. Right now we're kind of saving those in our back pocket because we have some plans coming up. But Sosua is just wildly different than here. That's I don't know how to describe it. It's just busier. It's more gritty. If any of you that have been here before know probably what I mean, there's lots of things that happen there. I'm sure we'll talk about that more.
There's a certain type of industry that does very well there.
Yeah, you can imagine what that is. But that's how it is. But it's still a cool place, and there's things we want to check out there. Okay. God, so many of you guys are tuning in. So if you guys can hit the like button, that helps get the video out there. We're at 119. It would be great to get this to 200 likes. I think we can see the likes happen on the fly.
Somebody from Maine asked, how are you guys doing? Do they have mandates there for masks? Just indoors, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anytime but grocery stores and the banks, I'd say, are the strictest for sure.
Yeah.
Little stores, not necessarily. We always put our masks on whenever we go inside anywhere. But if you're at a restaurant or something that's open air, generally people don't.
Yeah, open air. I mean, do people, and if your question's also like, do people follow the rules? In general, yes. But you're going to see less masks down here. But that's because all the restaurants and stuff, we're outside all the time.
But even so, I noticed you did a story the other day on Instagram where you went to a coffee shop. It was just inside, and the person working there wasn't wearing a mask.
And people point that out. Like, it's always people from, especially Nova Scotia, where we're from.
So if you're really nervous, there are some places you're going to feel uncomfortable. Yeah, absolutely. So, but at the same time, going inside doesn't happen very often. You can typically avoid it.
Yeah, but I also want to say, like, if you're a really nervous person with COVID, and you should be, once you're down here, I think you're going to feel a little more loose about it. I'm not saying it's not here, but just, you're outside, it's more comfortable, things are spread out, it's warm. It just feels a little different, and it's not a topic.
And people aren't talking about it all the time, so you're not thinking about it all the time.
Yeah, which is great. So Cheryl Pierman just asked, do restaurants need proof of vaccination? So no. Well, that said, in Santo Domingo, when we were there, if you haven't checked out those videos, go do so, because I think a lot of you guys found us after those. There were some places that asked us, but they were mostly run by expat people, I think.
Sorry, I missed the question.
Well, it's just like, do you have to put your vaccination card to get into a restaurant?
A restaurant's not
in Santo Domingo.
In Santo Domingo, yes, but here nobody's asked for it.
Not here, not a single place, and not a single place anywhere else we've been, besides the colonial zone in Santo Domingo.
Yeah. Somebody actually retired in the Dominican Republic asked, how do you get a priority pass? I think if you just go to, it's probably prioritypass.com, you can buy a pass. A lot of our credit card has a thing for it. So a lot of credit cards give you access to priority pass. And it basically gives you access to lounges typically around the world.
Yeah.
So we've gone to a lot of lounges that way. It's a great way to spend extra time at the airport.
Yeah, you get a lot of bang for your buck with priority pass. It's not an ad, by the way. But okay, let's see if we can find some more questions. If you guys have any questions at all for us, please do ask away. Look at all you guys hitting the like button as well. Love seeing that.
Crypto Goatman did ask, any signs of crypto acceptance? Yes.
Yep.
There's actually a Bitcoin shop in town. I don't know much about it, but
we're not really into the crypto thing, and we don't have Bitcoin or anything like that, but I've seen them around just like when we're driving. There's a few places that accept Bitcoins. So yeah, I think it's coming along. I imagine in the coming years it will it will be more available here. Hey, so Al Straight just joined the channel.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you very much.
New member.
So I'll talk about channel members quickly. You can join our channel. There might be a join button right below. If not, you'll see it on the main page of our
in any video you go to, it'll be right underneath. It says subscribe and join is right next to it.
We filmed if you do that, we filmed a little clip yesterday or 2 days ago explaining what it is. It's hard to try to put into words, but anyway, it just goes, if we entertain you for about an hour or two each month and you want to buy some coffee for it.
Yeah, if we've helped you plan a trip or given you helpful information, and you
can do it.
Yeah.
Everyone tips for a coffee when you go to, Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons or something. And so this is kind of the same idea, but by all means, you don't have to, because the videos will be here every single week. How are the bugs, specifically sand fleas on the beach? So we've learned when there's no wind, there are more mosquitoes for sure. In Cabarete, it's not too bad in general, but we have also learned when you're on beaches without wind in general, like the calm ones, like Punta Cana or in Las Terranas, in Punta Russia, you get it's making me itchy.
No-see-ums.
I feel like I have welts like all over me from the no-see-um bugs specifically.
Tons of them.
Oh, they're like brutal to deal with because they just leave marks. And sand fleas, I think we've only had those in a couple places, probably Punta Russia.
Yeah, maybe. And maybe we're confusing sand fleas and no-see-ums, but I feel like sand fleas usually get your legs, and we were getting bitten all over our arms and everything.
But those two, I don't do well with those. I don't know. I almost have like an allergic reaction. My feet swell up. I hate them. But it doesn't happen as often as you think. Yeah,
but always bring good bug spray.
Okay, so Matthew K said, I just joined, so sorry if it was already asked, but Las Terranas or Cabarete? Oh. So we've gotten this question a lot. Like, what do we prefer, Cabarete or Las Terranas? So they're so very different. It's hard to pick just one. For us, and this is different because like we work on the internet. The internet is better here. However, we haven't stayed right in town in Las Terranas, and we're told it's really good there.
Yes.
So
we're going to be spending more time in Las Terranas. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. That is happening soon.
Yeah, so if you ask us in like another month, we might have a totally different answer than we do right now.
But they're so very different. Again, pros and cons. You're closer to an airport here in Cabarete. Well, Las Terranas is just like, it's like you're in Europe in the middle of the Caribbean.
I think there is an airport there, but it's just not as many flights.
Yeah, not as many flights. Bernice Dooley sent us a super chat.
Yay.
Hello. Thank you for that. Wow, $27 or $28. You did not have to do that, but we appreciate it. We recognize so many of the names in the comments here because you guys comment every week. Bernice is one of them. We have such an awesome community. Like, I honestly can't get over it sometimes how many comments we get, even on videos that don't even do that well. It's amazing. Can't thank you guys. Can't thank you guys enough. So Maria Disla asked, where are you guys going next? Ooh, should we tell them? We'll tell you if you keep hitting the like button. Okay, no, we can kind of fill you in. So we never plan everything out entirely, right? No. But we are going back to Samana, which is the peninsula where Las Terranas is. Yes. Very soon.
And we're going to see more than Las Terranas this time.
We are definitely going to see more than Las Terranas. And we are picking up some friends there that I think a lot of you are going to know.
Mm-hmm.
They might be YouTubers.
They might have been in previous videos.
Ooh, there's a hint.
As long as they can get here, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if it happens, and I'm pretty sure will,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be tons of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that you guys will have fun watching.
Yes. They've been dealing with some flight delays the past couple of days, so fingers crossed it all works out. But that's the plan.
Yeah. So you'll see some YouTubers coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be cool. All right. We're probably missing questions.
Oh, I don't know. We're definitely missing
Someone said Chris and Carol. Oh, so jumping places. Trevor's parents. I've been trying. If my parents are watching, I've been trying to get them to come down here because we're going to be set up in, I think, April with a bigger place that we can accommodate family.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying. But
Bill and Karen, we're trying.
I don't know if it's going to happen. Okay, let's try to find some of these questions. Wow, there's still like 300 of you here, pretty much, and we're 2 away from 200 likes. At this rate, we can get to 300 likes. So, guys, thank you so much. If you're new and just tuning in for some random reason, welcome aboard.
We have a Nova Scotia question from Michael Freeman. We are planning a trip to Nova Scotia this summer. Woohoo! Thanks for all your videos on the province. What are your top 3 to 4 wineries we should visit? Oh, you can't go wrong.
Wineries.
Benjamin Bridge.
Benjamin Bridge for sure. Yost. I'm thinking both.
Yost is on a totally different direction, but
that's why I don't want to say all the valley.
Yeah,
because you should go and check out where Yost is. The location's really cool.
Yeah, and it's less. There's fewer people around there.
The other one is Lightfoot and Wolfville.
Yes,
that one's just gorgeous. Mm-hmm. So those
and
three.
Their pizza is really good.
2 of them are in the valley, and then Yost is it'll just get you towards New Brunswick. Mm-hmm. But it's cool to check out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So Diane Reed said, yes, it's jumping places. Well, we'll see. But she said, here's the interesting thing. She said, hola from Merida.
Interesting.
Well, we know you're in Merida, but what's interesting is the people that are coming are okay. I can't.
There's a connection.
There's a connection to Merida at the moment. Yeah. Someone also said, Daryl Poirier. Yeah, Luckett Winery is awesome. Luckett has a great view. That telephone booth little thing is neat. Honestly, all the wineries in Nova Scotia. And when we eventually get back to Nova Scotia, expect a lot more videos. Mm-hmm. We'll probably loosely plan that out in the coming months, but it's going to be fun. It is going to be a fun one. Okay, let's see if we can find more questions. What's the sargassum like right now? So the seaweed, it's actually on the north coast. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's been good.
In the sense that there's none. Of course, it's been bad weather for the last few days, and there's been more waves because of that. But it's still not the same kind of seaweed that you get. The sargassum seems to always hit the east side of any island. So like in Cancun, it comes in from the east, and Punta Cana gets tons of it. So on the north, it just doesn't happen, which is great. Honestly.
David asked, have you looked into COVID testing costs for those returning to icy Halifax? I think it's typically a PCR test is somewhere around $100 US.
Yeah. So they're easy to get. Mm-hmm. I think you can even get them like the next day. But I think now in Canada, there's kits.
Oh yeah. Something I actually want to look into is, I think it's a partner with Air Canada. It's called Switch Health. I think it's Switch Health, but I could be wrong on that, but it's something like that. And it's about $150, and they send you a kit that you take with you, and then you do the test yourself. And it is approved by Health Canada. It's
over a video chat.
Over a video chat, but it's called like a PCR lamp test or something like that.
So I think if we can convince anyone to come down here and visit us, family or friends or whatever, we will possibly get them to bring us 2 tests, just because that's way easier.
Yeah.
And you can do it yourself. And
I'm assuming the results would come immediately. Like you'd get the results yourself.
So. I think so.
Yeah.
So that's super cool. What's the atmosphere like for a family of 4 in cabaret day schools, etc.? So hard for us to answer because we're a couple of 2, but we do know some families. I think the atmosphere is great because on the beach, what we find, so some of the places we hang out at, a lot of the families go around happy hour, and all the parents just kind of sit at the tables in the sand, and all the kids just go play around, and they have so much fun. There is public schools here, and I know a lot of people that live here from abroad have their kids in, there's a good international school somewhere.
Yeah, that's a private school.
A private school, yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, it's so all that's available. I mean, everything is here that you would need.
I think that school's, from what we've heard, because we've just met a lot of people that have kids here, it sounds like a really good school. So there's definitely lots. Yeah. Margie's Journey asks, "Hi guys, I love your channel. I have a question about rental cars. Do you buy the rental car insurance in person or online, or do you do both?" We buy it directly from the car rental company.
Yeah.
We've been going with OK Motors lately. You guys know what we've been, if you watched the video before, everybody told us we should go with, like, they're probably the best one around this region for being reliable. And you pay a little bit more and get full insurance, which also everyone from around here recommends, is get full insurance.
Yeah. We've heard some horror stories that could happen, not with accidents, but just things if, like, it's just those motos you got to watch out for. So just expect.
Yeah. So just anytime you rent a car, ask them what the deductible is and make sure you have full insurance.
Yeah. And expect something to possibly go wrong. And I say that like it's just not going to be like it is in our case, let's say in Canada or maybe in the US. It might go wrong. Although the last 2 times with OK Motors, it's been super smooth. So we'll see what happens this week because we have another rental for a long time.
But they seem to be relatively reliable.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So see if we can find some more questions. Okay, so back to, we get these questions all the time and we can't really answer them, but I want to just mention it. So it's looking for a $300 a month rent. Is it possible? Yeah,
I think so.
But we're not the people to like find it for you because we're set up. So, and we don't look for places daily. You can rent something here just like anywhere else. So it's all about location. The closer you are to the beach, you can pay more. And then the further away, or depending on the luxuries or what you want. If
you're just renting a room or
a room in a house, you can get it for $300 for sure. Wow. So Jerry Lee, Dennis, we love getting comments like this. It says, I love your guys' YouTube channel. I look forward to it every single Sunday. Watching your shows made me book a trip. That's so cool.
That's awesome.
And so cool. We love hearing that. People often send us pictures where they're at after we've been there. And then we met so many people of you guys here in Cabarete and just saying like, we're here because of you.
Yeah.
And that is the coolest thing in the world. We just so appreciate that. I also love that you called it a show. I mean, I guess it is a show, but we've never really thought about that before. And people call it a show. I know a lot of you sit down and watch it on your TV, which is so cool. We love it.
Daryl Poirier asked, are there any places that are more popular with Canadians than others for extended stays? Yes. So Punta Cana, here for sure. Cabarete, there's so many Canadians.
Yeah, I feel like here specifically, it may be the most Canadians in Cabarete. That's not why we came here. It just so happens that's the case. Probably something to do with the Porta Plata Airport, kite surfing, easy flight to Montreal.
And
Toronto. Used to be Halifax. Hopefully that comes back at some point.
Yeah. Las Terranas, not as there are Canadians there. Apparently we didn't meet many while we were there. I'm sure we will, but it mainly seemed like a lot of Europeans.
Renata Pereira asked, was something wrong with the process or the automobile? So there has been stuff wrong with the car, but it's usually not the car. It's usually the process. So just, you don't get what you asked for.
They just kind of bring you whatever car they happen to have.
It comes with no gas. But
the engine light was on in one of the cars. Which was fine. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. But, so there's just always.
And when we got that car, some people that we knew from around just happened to walk by and they're like, that car looks really good. We've seen some really bad rental cars. So.
Yeah. Like the last car we had, like we were at a place, this won't be in a video, but we went to pull away and the back right tire locked and the other tires worked like normal. And we started driving and it was just dragging, but
we
didn't know.
Tire
it was the weirdest thing. And then eventually we got out and I was like, what the heck? The tire's not moving. Anyway, we sorted it out with the help of an amazing person that we met. That's upcoming in the next video. Not the person, the couple we met, but the next video is super interesting. We can't wait to show you guys. I think we've showed it on Instagram probably about a week ago or so, but it is such a cool place.
Elvis asked, how many days did you guys stay in Harabacoa and how was the temperature at night? We were there. We were actually intended to stay for 2 nights and we liked it so much and realized there's so much to do that we extended a night. Thankfully, it was easy to do that. And we found It dipped in the evenings, like to about 16, 17 degrees.
One night it was 16 or 17, but most evenings it was around 20 degrees.
But we had a fire. We had our hot tub.
It was so
like
cool.
We certainly weren't uncomfortable. Like they were nice. It was nice to have a fire and to have a hot tub. Like
it was a nice change. If you guys hadn't watched the videos yet, it's the video about the Japanese villa. I think it's their last like actual video. It's just so peaceful up there, like compared to the rest of the DR. Not that it's not peaceful, but the roads can be hectic and stuff like that. So, Steve K, where are the best sunsets in the DR? Well, the obvious ones, it would be anywhere facing west, of course, but around here, so we get amazing sunsets, but we're not at all facing west. But I think if you're in Sosua and you're on La Playa, Sosua, you're facing, the name of the mountain escapes me, but that big mountain over Puerto Plata, that would be pretty epic. And in Punta Russia, there were some really, really cool sunsets happening there.
Fit Life Nick asks, thanks for sharing your travels. What's the Wi-Fi like for digital nomads? Consistent enough for Zoom calls and such? Yeah, here in Cabarete, I mean, before you rent an apartment, definitely ask. Because
do a test.
You never know.
We asked them to do a test, like, and send us a screenshot. But here specifically, I just did a test before we went live, and we have 50 down and like 20 up or 10 up. So it's pretty good. For
there
DR,
is good Wi-Fi or internet available. One thing, if you're renting in a big building, just verify that it has its own Wi-Fi router rather than like shared with the whole. Yeah. A lot of places just do like the whole building Wi-Fi, and that's never as good.
So I did see another question from 19732 EDB username. Would you recommend getting Dominican pesos in Canada before going to the DR or exchanging? So we didn't do that. We usually just get money down here from the ATMs, but we came down with a little bit of US cash just in case. So, but we always use the local currency whatever country we're in.
Linda Hammond asked, have you done the cable car up the mountain in Puerto Plata? We've wanted to. It's actually been out of service. I did see someone post something the other day saying they were testing it out, so it should be back up and running soon. I don't know if that's true. Hopefully it is.
Someone else asked about that too. So we will.
Yeah, we'd love to do it.
Have you tried different cell providers? Yeah, so we started out with Claro, which is one of the big ones here, probably the biggest, but you had to go in every 5 days and top up. Or there's a way.
We figured out how to do it online.
Well, you can do it, I think, through text messages, but it's all in Spanish, so it's just really tricky. So we heard that Altice is the other big provider. They have a 30-day thing going on for 15 gigs of data. It's about $20.
Yeah, it's 1,000 pesos.
1,000 pesos. So that's probably like $19, $19. So
and I don't know I know people keep asking us, does that include minutes or texting? I don't think so. Yeah. But it's probably pretty cheap to have that on.
Yeah. So we're big fans of Altice. Hey, another super chat from Andrea Roberts. Hey, Andrea. Hey guys, my mom, Zona Kings, wanted to say.
Oh, Zona. Hi.
I'm also a traveler and really enjoy your channel. We so appreciate the super chats, you guys. You guys are the best.
So when I went to university, Zona ran the day student lounge, I think it was called, the sort of the cafe. And she's a super awesome, amazing person.
Nice.
So say hi to Zona.
Thank you so much. Wow, there's so many of you guys in here. This is so cool. Keep hitting the like button for anyone that's new. And if you joined recently, we do have a sale on in our store. If you want to support us, support what we do, you can buy some merchandise. I think it's linked below. 20% off. We'll leave it up for a week. I know a lot of you guys send us photos of our merch. It's super cool. We have a cool Anywhere shirt. Honestly, it's just an emoji, but it just says Anywhere on it with an exclamation mark. I think most people feel like they want to go anywhere at all right now. So
Maureen said, sorry, I just came in late. Just curious how Omicron is affecting various parts of the DR. It seemed like a couple weeks ago it was a lot worse.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were getting sick, especially around New Year's and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it started to come back down again, like a lot of places in the world. Someone said, try Bahia de las Aguilas. I don't know how to say it. Aguilas?
Bahia de las Aguilas. So that is, besides Las Terrenas, which we've now already done, and Arapacoa, this Bahia de las Aguilas, if I'm saying it correctly, is by far the most recommended place for us to go. Also, down towards there, believe it or not, if any of you are not familiar with the Dominican Republic, there's a desert there.
So yes, we do plan on going.
Dunes of Bani or something like that. So we plan on going. But we have to sort all that out. It's a long drive. We'd have to figure where we would stay. I noticed a question saying, "Are you going to Constanza?" Possibly we would do that on the way. That's the elevation's higher than Hanabacoa, which is where we just were in the last video. So I think we can get some frost up there and stuff. So perhaps in the coming months we'll try to do that, but we'll see. We can't promise it because it depends on a lot of factors.
Andre asked, were they doing random COVID tests at the airport when arriving or no tests? When we arrived in Punta Cana in October, we didn't see, they said they were randomly testing people. We didn't see that. We didn't get randomly tested. In Puerto Plata, we have heard of people getting selected.
Yeah.
Just randomly. So
I think it can happen. But it is pretty easy to get in here. Let's see. Any plans for celebration vlog when you reach 100K?
We talked about it. I don't know what to do.
Oh my God. What do you guys want to see?
What should we do?
This is kind of happening quickly, like with subscribers as of late. So, and we've been putting out more videos, not because of that reason. It is just a number, but it's a cool one. For those that don't know, when you hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, the company actually sends you like a plaque, kind of for like, achieving that goal. We definitely would have hit that last year without being stuck in Nova Scotia, but we knew that would happen. But we thank all of you guys for sticking with us. And in fact, being stuck in Nova Scotia, I think what happened is we just gained a lot of like-minded people, and you guys follow us and watch, honestly, whatever we do, and we just appreciate that. Like, you guys are the best community.
I'm going to point out this comment, not answering my question, no money, bye. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find everybody's questions, but if I missed you, I'm sorry. No need to be.
We get a lot of comments, guys. So like, we'll do what we can. So no need to get mad at us.
We're doing our best.
We're just two normal people.
Gem25 asks, are you planning on comfortable experiences like camping in the mountains?
They say comfortable or
uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable. So no, the channel is called Delightful. No, honestly, I don't think we're going to be camping in the mountains anytime soon. And then, sometimes we get comments like, why aren't you going on crazy hikes and climbing mountains? That's not us. It's just not us. And you guys know that's not what we do.
I wish I liked stuff like that. I just really don't enjoy basically not having a bathroom. I don't like.
So yeah, we're not about
my one condition.
To go. Who knows? Never say never, but it's not something we long to do. We honestly try to do things that we want to do with in our lives, in real life.
And we do once in a while do things that take us a bit out of our comfort zones, but we're not good, but to a certain extent. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we get comments and people say like, well, why don't you walk through the dangerous parts of the Dominican Republic? And like, that's not what there's channels that do that. And that's not our thing. Like, why? It's just not what we want to do. Why would we want to do that? No, thank you. No, gracias.
Roberto asked, have you tried the traditional Dominican drink of Morir Sonando? Morir Sonando? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Please tell us more.
Yeah, what is that? Angel Erfe asked, how do you check your mail in Canada? So we send everything to my folks right now, but we're having problems with Canada.
You have mail forwarding on and it's not working.
So right now
for our company, there's a bunch of checks owed, and we're not getting them, which is sad. Eugene in New Brunswick asked, how is the weather there in general compared to Punta Cana? Is there more rainfall at one specific location? It's kind of confusing, to be honest. I think the weather, we were told it's rainier here at this time of year on the North Coast.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, it hasn't been rain. So we've been here for about 4 months. It's rained one day last year, all day. This is what I mean. In November. And it's rained 3 or 4 days last week, pretty much consecutively. And that was it.
Yeah. And once in a while at nighttime it rains.
Yeah. There's been moments where it might shower like a typical Caribbean place. It rains for 20 minutes, then it's sunny again for the rest of the day. But so 4 days in 4 months, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
The weather's perfect. We love it. And the breeze up here, like when you're on the beach, for people that think it's way too hot, it's not. Because of that breeze, it keeps you kind of cool, even though the temperature is the same. So it's nice. It's very, very refreshing. Christina, wait, she watches every week and comments. She said 2 more weeks and I will be in Las Terrenas. Can't wait. Love watching you
That's
guys.
exciting.
So happy you're finally gonna make it there, because I remember you commenting saying you're gonna go. We won't be there then, or will we be there then?
Sorry, I'm trying
in
to
Las Terrenas. You keep finding we might be around there then. I'm not sure. We have plans with these some people that are coming here, other YouTubers, and yeah, it could happen.
Andy asked, have you guys visited Santiago? We've really just driven by it. We need to go visit it, definitely.
Yes, and we'll definitely do Santiago at some point.
And for those of you that don't know, it's the second biggest city in the Dominican Republic, and it's about an hour and a half here from here.
That will probably happen, I would say, in the coming months as well. We'll probably do it with our friends Voyager Guru from here. Probably stop in there. I think it would be fun to go just hang out there for a couple nights. Some people have given us some great suggestions on restaurants and things like that. If you don't know Santiago, by the way, I don't think I've heard of Santiago before we got to the Dominican Republic. It's the second biggest city. I think there's like 10 million people or something there. And it's only an hour and a half-ish away from where we are.
I just found a question and I lost it. Mark McDonald asked, other than walking, do you guys use local transit? Typically, we would, anywhere we go, we use local transit. Here, we haven't, only because we're just trying to be a little bit more precautious. We find the local transit looks very, very crowded and not everybody wears masks.
Very crowded.
Very crowded.
So we don't, that's something we still don't do with everything going on with the pandemic. We don't take public buses. So yeah, normally we would, but just to be safe, we don't.
So we walk, we'll take a taxi once in a while.
Yeah.
And then we'll rent a car when we're going farther places.
William Evans asked, what food from Canada do you miss the most? That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
You know, like given where we are, we can kind of get anything here. I mean, unless you're getting.
I don't know if I've had a really, really good, like tacos.
Yeah, well, I mean,
with a corn tortilla.
What I don't know though is if they're asking
like Canadian
food specifically, like poutine or something.
Yeah.
But we had good tacos in Punta Cana.
We did.
Yeah, there's a restaurant in Punta Cana, like off the resort. It was so amazing. But no, we don't really miss the food. I think.
We had them out. We also had good Mexican food in Las Terrenas, which we're going back to. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, Las Terrenas has some great food. Let's see. Dimitri Senko just subscribed. You guys are great on the mountains. The cold in Dominican Republic. Yeah, it's cold up in the mountains here. That is for sure. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks to all of you guys for the like button. Look, we're almost at 300. So if you can keep hitting that, that gets the video out there. That's why we keep saying it.
Linda asked, are there any tiny houses in the DR? There actually are. I found a few on Airbnb. There's unfortunately one in Punta Cana that looks a lot like, very similar in style to our tiny house. But I didn't find it until like the day before we were leaving or something. So that would have been fun. And there's a couple, I think, in Jarabacoa as well.
Yeah, we saw a few driving by. Let's see if we can find some more. And if you didn't know, we do have a tiny house back in Canada. It's not open yet, but if it's closed for the season. But if any of you want to watch those videos and see us in a 280 square foot place,
Steve
you can do that.
Kay asked, are groceries more expensive there than Canada? No,
it's
cheaper.
It's way cheaper here. We save money by being here. We say that all the time, and I don't think people realize that, but we save money by Canada's expensive.
I'm pretty far back. I feel like I'm like 20 minutes behind trying to catch questions.
But
Cheryl Frank did say endless adventurers.
Endless adventurers. Who are those guys? Wonder if they know there's a channel called The Endless Adventure. I think she's referring to a friend. So some
the
of you
people
guys
that are coming to visit. I think that was maybe a guess.
Maybe a guess. Them are
Someone
jumping
else.
places. Don't know. Do love those guys though. We stay in touch with them regularly. Both of those channels, we talk to jumping places all the time. I know a lot of you guys ask us too, like, do you ever stay in touch with them? Yeah, we do. I mean, we got stuck on an island in the Philippines when the pandemic hit with jumping places.
And we talk to that, like we stay in contact. We usually are messaging each other every few days.
Yeah, and same with The Endless Adventure.
They're good friends.
Yeah, they're good buds, and we met up with them in lots of different places.
Abel, asked, did you guys visit El Limon waterfall already? No, we have not, and I'm honestly on the fence about going there. So give us your any review I read. Some people are like, it's amazing, and other people say it's a horrible experience. So
it's a tough one, and we're going to have to make that call soon. Meaning there's a lot of people that go. It's this giant waterfall in Samana, which is where we're going. And it's one of the top things to do in the country, especially that area. But it sounds like there's just a lot of people that are going to be at you trying to get you to buy the tour and get you to, it sounds like it's a lot to deal with.
And a lot of people, just a lot of people there in general.
So we don't know if we're going to do that or not. We know some people have done it and just did not like the experience. Not that the waterfall wasn't beautiful. Mm-hmm. So that's a tough one. We'll see. We will see.
So Robert Creighton asked, how much time do you spend on your day job, non-YouTube work? So we do own a web design company.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the week. So we spend a lot of time on it.
It's probably 6 to 8 hours a day. Sometimes more.
Sometimes less.
And then with YouTube, we spend a lot of time on it as well. Like when we're putting out 2 videos. So those of you that don't know, it takes probably 10 to 15 hours to produce 1 video, depending on the style of video. So, and we're putting out 2 videos a week. So there's, let's say, potentially 30 hours in 1 week. That's for YouTube. And then we got the other thing on the side, the web design business, which if anyone needs a website, feel free to reach out and we will build one for you. But so it's a lot we balance. But not only that, like we talk about YouTube specifically, videos and ideas like all the time.
Mm-hmm. We're just taking notes on ideas or different things we can talk about or anything.
So Mike, sorry if I'm saying your last name, Siska, asked, what's the name of your web design company? So it's called HOP, H-O-P, Creative. That's it. We design websites for companies all around the world. And we always have a lot of projects on the go, big and small companies, sometimes big corporations, sometimes small. So that's all happening behind the scenes of this YouTube channel. And I don't think we'll ever have that go away. Like I'm sure some of you is the goal to YouTube be like, no, because I like building websites and but YouTube's picking up, so it's awesome.
Julie Barrett asked, would you like to visit the Maldives at some time in the future? I've been checking out Max and Marin's channel. That's a Voyager Guru for anybody that didn't watch the last couple of videos. And they have been to some really nice islands. We are heading there in 11 weeks. We would love to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Just hasn't worked out. We've talked about doing it a bunch of times.
Yeah, I think originally, before this whole pandemic thing, we were probably by now going to be in India and around that area, and then making our way down to the Maldives or Sri Lanka and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So that's got derailed. Yes. So I think at this point, we'll just hang out here to play it extra safe for a little bit. And then in the fall, consider going back to Europe. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that means, obviously, the Maldives is not in Europe, but
I think maybe 2023 might be back to Asia.
But probably. It's high on the list. Very high on the list. Let's see. Rosie girl. How are you, Rosie? ¿Cómo está? Do you have a pool at your new place? Yeah. Actually, the pool here is ridiculously amazing.
We're going to do it. I think you already said, but in a couple of videos from now, we're going to do a full tour of where we're living at the moment.
Yeah, you'll see that coming up. It looks like a resort. That's one of the things we love, and we'll talk about in the video that's upcoming. We love the building that we're at, in the pool area and stuff is amazing. But what we don't like is inside the unit. Well, the inside's beautiful, but we didn't realize this. There's no table or workstation, and we booked this place for over a month, almost 2 months.
Yeah.
So it's kind of uncomfortable to work. Mm-hmm. So that's just a small thing, I suppose. But
it's important when you work.
It's important when you work for yourself and you don't have a comfortable seating arrangement.
Yeah. Steve K asked, do you have any siblings? If so, will they ever join you in your travels? We would love them to join us. Yes, we each have sisters. They both have partners. They both have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
We have got 4 nieces.
So they're busy.
They're busy people. Yeah. We would love to have them join us.
Yeah.
They're invited to join us whenever
our family knows that we have a 2-bedroom coming up in a couple months, and we're twisting arms for people to come see us. So we'll see. Colleen asked, Anna, have you been reading anything new on your Kobo recently? She's always reading.
I'm always reading, but I'm trying to think if I've read anything really good. I can't remember. Nothing overly exciting.
Another question here. Where did it go? Well, I can't find it at the moment, but it did say something like, have you been to Cabrera? No, we drove
We've
through
driven
Cabrera.
through it, but we want that whole area. So there's a whole area between here and on the way to Las Terranas, and there's like Nagua,
Cabrera,
Rio San Juan. We need to definitely spend some time there because it looks beautiful.
Yeah. And whoever asked that question, if we'll find it, what does one do in Cabrera? I would love to know, like, what's the thing about it that people go there for? We hear a lot of people, people recommend for us to go there. So we might have to do that.
Jan asks, sincere thanks for visiting the DR. How many times did you have to beep the horn while driving? LOL. Actually, haven't used the horn that
a couple of times. I should just drive like the Dominicans do with my hand like on the horn and ready. We just go at our own pace. So that's it. Back to the seating. Linda Hammond said, do you have a balcony table and chairs? Maybe move them inside. We don't.
There's two like comfortable chairs, but that's all lower, and then a low table.
Yeah, so that's kind of
like a coffee style table.
It's too bad because that's what we would have done, or we'd be out there even right now. So yeah, let's see. Sponsors are missing out on sponsoring your DR series vlogs. Thanks, Emma. So I'm glad you feel that way. We do have a sponsor coming up in a video, 2 videos from now. Yeah, I know.
Speaking of that, just an interesting observation, because there's a few places. There's actually a really cool place coming up in the next video that invited us to come stay. I'm excited for you guys to see it because it's amazing. But in general, we found a lot of people from or like here in the DR that have reached out to us are people that live here or expats that own a house or own an apartment and invited us to come stay, which is so nice. But in general, we haven't had any not too many hotels or like businesses reach out to us, which is just interesting. Yeah,
very interesting. A lot of people that own villas, things like that.
I know, which is like basically paying us out of their own pockets to come or not paying us, but like letting us, losing money to allow us to come stay and show off their place.
It's awesome. Nice. We're just passing the hour mark. There's still 300 people here and almost 300 likes. We need 8 more likes.
So Retired in the Dominican Republic said, where is your membership link? Can you post it, please? So if you're on a TV, you're going to have a hard time with this, but there's a description below. You can get it on a phone.
I don't know if I can get it. I don't want to click away from the chat, but you can get it if you just click the join button down below. I don't know what you're watching on, like Anna just said. Yeah. But if you go on your computer, there's a join button at the bottom.
And on your phone, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. I have an emergency situation.
Uh-oh.
I'm out of a drink. I'm going to get a beer. You're probably okay. See if you can find some more questions. Or do you want something?
Can you get me one of the craft beers?
Yes. That's what I was going.
Okay. Terry Gray asked, my credit card has insurance, so if I rent a car, is that sufficient or should I pay on top of that? Honestly, I'm not sure. We tried to do this when we went through that whole ordeal of trying to rent a car, and they wouldn't let us pay by a credit card, so it wouldn't have worked. I think in general it's probably okay, but the thing that I'm not sure that everyone talks about is third-party liability insurance. I don't think credit cards have that type of insurance, and I don't really know what it is because I'm not an expert, but you're supposed to have it.
Check this out. You guys will be, well, some of you be into this. So you guys know we like craft beer, and it's one thing that has been missing in the DR. But there is a place in Punta Cana. This is called Canita. It's a lager, and it's a craft beer that you can buy. We bought it at Jumbo. Jumbo is like a big kind of Costco store. So we found a craft beer in the DR. After all, we will go to the one in Sosua, though. There is like a tap room there.
Smith Jan said, how much is the expense per month? We did a cost of living video probably a couple months ago. So go back and watch that for sure.
Let's see what else.
Cheryl asked, does DR have the same issues with earthquakes like Haiti? Not the same. You can once in a while get minor earthquakes here, but nothing so far, nothing serious.
We've heard people say that they've happened since we've been here, but we haven't felt anything. And we've been in earthquakes before, not major ones, thankfully.
Just little tremors, I guess. Abel asked, how many more months are you guys staying? No intentions to leave.
Yeah, I don't know. We're definitely here all winter, and we don't have any intentions to go home just yet. We will go back. We're just here for winter.
And Smith Jan also asked, when are you guys coming back to Halifax? We'll definitely be there in the summertime.
Yeah, summer. Probably June or something. Tarek Williams, I think I saw you ask a couple of times, like, where's better to invest in real estate, Punta Cana or the North Coast? I mean, you're asking people that have not invested, so I don't think we can properly answer that for you.
I don't think you can go wrong if you're investing in an area that's really, really popular.
Yeah.
They're both really very popular. Like Punta Cana, I mean, more people go to Punta Cana, I would say, in general. So, and investment-wise, maybe it's better, but we're definitely far from experts.
Yeah, but I can tell you this: if we could invest somewhere, we would pick the North Coast here specifically. We just like it more. There's just like the character, the charm. I don't know. There's so much about this North Coast that's amazing. Yes.
Someone else left a very passive-aggressive comment about us not answering the question. I'm really sorry for missing your.
Is the
Well,
question?
I wanted to take my wife to the villa in Jarabacoa for Valentine's Day, depending on price. Thanks for not answering my question and ruining my Valentine's Day. Maybe you're joking. I don't know.
Hopefully you're joking.
I don't know what you asked. If you were asking about what the villa was in Jarabacoa, I always say this to people. Typically, we leave in the description links to the places we stay at. Not the places we're at the moment, but any place we visit for a couple of days, it's in the description. Sorry, I say that very specifically because people just don't understand what that is. If you're on a TV, you're not going to be able to access it, but on a computer, anything, it's below. There's a little arrow. You open it up, and it's got all the info about the video.
Also, you have lots of time for Valentine's Day to figure it out. Okay. Oh, I'll bring up this one. So Iris the Wanderer said, have you met William Ramos TV? He's a great YouTuber from the Dominican Republic. He travels all over. So we definitely know who he is. We don't speak Spanish, and his videos are all in Spanish. So we can only follow it loosely. We haven't met him. Would love to, but it's, obviously the DR is big, and it'd be pretty for us to just randomly run into each other. I don't think that would happen. It could happen, but so yeah. But if you know him, tell him to
tell him to get in touch.
Tell him to get in touch.
Louise asked, "What's your favorite Dominican dish?"
Oh, I do like sancocho.
I really like mango. I need to get it again.
Yes.
I like basically anything with plantains. I'm like.
And I like the that breakfast, the bandera. Is that the breakfast? That's the. Oh, that bandera is the lunch.
That's a really good one.
That's a good one too. Yeah, there's some good food in the DR. Let's see. Another question about the weather. I'll answer it quick. So we're coming from it in Nova Scotia to Punta Cana in a week. The weather's been a little iffy as of late. I think that whole system that went up the north coast of, or the northeast of the United States and Canada, that has kind of like lingered here, and there's just been a lot of clouds because of it and wind.
But this week looks way better. Yeah,
it's almost back to normal now. Like right now, even it was raining this morning, and since we've been live here, I see blue sky.
Yes.
So you're going to be, I think it's going to be fine. Hopefully that bad weather's all done.
Barb Jim 01 asked, do you guys think we'll go back to the Philippines again? Definitely at some point.
Yeah, we want to do all the things in the Philippines that we
didn't get to do.
We didn't get to do, which is a lot. So we're just not quite ready to go back to Asia and Southeast Asia just yet. Probably next year, maybe, once things settle down with the whole pandemic that we're all over. I keep seeing Rick ask, have you had any street meat? So no, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, not like off of vendors or anything like that. We honestly trying to avoid red meat a little bit here. Usually that's not just here in the Dominican Republic. That's just kind of what we do on islands. Anytime we're at islands, only if we're at kind of a place with a good reputation. So like the place in the first Jarabacoa video, that was it the second one? The second one, the second video that we just put out in the Japanese villa video. The end of that video, we go to this amazing rib place.
And probably one of the best places we've eaten. It's so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
Leith said, enjoy the country, eat at the beach club at Seahorse Ranch. We actually went there with Max and Marin. We didn't film it. But
we'll go back there as well because it's really cool.
Yeah, they also said, say hi to Carolina and Spencer at the Honey Company just off the beach near Ocean One. We met them.
We know them. Isn't what's funny is like before you get to a place, you're wondering, like you're looking on Google Maps, you're trying to figure out the lay of the land. Then you get here, and now like we're just waving at people, not even just because of the videos, but we're just waving at people. We feel like we're part of the community. That's what's great. The community here in Cabarete is awesome. Like all the people that live here.
You just meet so many people.
And interesting people. Like that own boutiques, like the Honey Company is a super cool story. We should probably put them in a video.
We should.
Which we'll do at some point. Yeah, they got a cool story, and it's a cute little place. And those two are awesome. Let's see.
Someone said to check out Greenland Bubble Glamping. Well, we'd like to.
Oh, is that the place up the road?
Place, yeah.
There's a long story to that. Yeah. But we were in touch with them. I'll just leave it at that. And now I don't know where it all stands. That's okay. Hey, we got a new member. Retired in the Dominican Republic. Thank you for joining our channel. I love that you guys are joining. That's awesome. We so appreciate it. They found the join button. So after the live, I don't know if I can, maybe I'll pin it in the comments. We'll leave this video up and I can pin it if you do want to join the channel. You can absolutely do so. We try to do some extra things each month on there. We probably don't do it as much as we should, like most creators, but we will try our best.
Joe asked, do you know the best beach for windsurfing in the DR? Yes, we do. Right here in Cabarete.
You want to be
literally what I can see it right there.
You want to be in Cabarete. So either here or Kite Beach, but that's still Cabarete. And when we got here, one of the things I didn't know, like, why are there so many kite surfers and windsurfers here? And I just couldn't figure it out because there's wind in lots of places with the beach. But then I finally asked, maybe it was Max, Voyage Guru, and he said, it's like, why is it? It's like one of the only places that has a really good onshore breeze. So meaning if for some reason you got taken out in your kite or you're out too far and you can't get back, the wind always blows back to this kind of like half moon beach. So because of that, it's always an onshore wind. It makes for great conditions. So it's pretty safe. Although this week was pretty rough out there. So we saw a few people get rescued by some locals.
Rick asked, are you planning to go to Carnival? I would
like
to.
We've heard about this.
People keep telling us here and there about it. So I think it happens here in Cabarete. I want to say early March. We'd love to go. We
also hear it's pretty crazy. The Carnival, I believe people just people are dressed up in some amazing costumes. And I don't know if we're going to be here for it.
Well, right.
We might not be here for it.
We might be in Las Terrenas.
Yeah, we're still trying to work out March where we're going to be. So we could be in Las Terrenas. So yeah, any suggestions on Las Terrenas or Samana, you guys can definitely let us know. Wow, there's still, so we're over an hour, over 300 people in here. You guys are the best. Lots of likes coming in, lots of love. What a community. If you have any questions, by all means, ask us anything you want. And
Steve has asked, tell me your honest opinion about the pizza in the DR. So far, we've had some really awesome pizza.
Awesome pizza. You like awesome pizza. Last night, we ate at pizza at this place up the road with, honestly,
it's one of our favorite places.
If any of you are watching that own it, it's just like a very, the name is just called like Pizza and Spaghetti House. So it's not an interesting name, but the food is awesome. The service is amazing. And the pizza, it's probably our favorite.
We haven't tried the pasta yet, but I'm going to guess it's good.
But there's lots of good pizza around. There's no shortage. There's so many Italians around in general. So with that usually comes kind of Italian style wood-fired pizza. So that's really cool. I see a question from Farid. Love your videos. Thanks for sharing. What's the worst thing that happened to you guys so far?
Trying to get that car was definitely the worst.
In the video, I mean, if we're talking about here, trying to get the car rental in the nightmare video we made, that was brutal. And we don't even have it all filmed, the whole thing, but the days before.
I wish we'd actually filmed it as it was happening, because we probably didn't describe it well enough of how frustrating it was.
It was so frustrating.
Naruman BB said, is the DR more affordable than Southeast Asian countries? I wouldn't say more affordable.
No, not like a little more expensive. It's more on the, I'd say it's priced like Mexico.
Maybe
slightly more, but less expensive than like a Costa Rica or something. But Southeast Asia, depending where you're at, which country, would still be more affordable. Yeah. So the Philippines or Thailand, but not like your Singapore, obviously. So It depends. Wow, look at all the questions. So I do see something from the Duffressness. Have you gone to Playa Rincon yet?
Not yet.
Not yet, but it might happen soon.
Very
Hopefully,
soon.
there is a reason why we're going back to Samana and Las Terrenas in that area. So if we can make it happen, that is a beach here that a lot of people say is one of the most beautiful outside of maybe that Bahia, the one I can't say, Aguiles. So perhaps we will make it there with our friends that are coming. Perhaps. We still have a lot to sort out.
Caesar corrected you and said 10 million people in Santiago. The whole country has 10 million. So
okay.
That's not right.
Sorry. I thought someone said 10 million the other day. Maybe it was like 1 million, but we can look it up. Anyway, Santiago is a big city that we'd love to go to. We got some cool recommendations from there. And I know a lot of you guys like when we're in cities too, not just like beach tropical vlogs. So we'll do that at some point.
This isn't a question, but I just want to say a shout out to somebody. Angel Arafe says, this makes me want to go there so bad. Sorry, I missed it when Sarah. So her daughter, Sarah, has a YouTube channel and she has Instagram and all that. We got to meet up with her. She's a super awesome person. So, travels with Sarah.
Yeah. So maybe Angel, I'm sure we'll get to meet you at some point. I have a feeling we'll keep coming back here over the years. We like it a lot. So if you're ever in the DR or Nova Scotia, we could just bounce back between those two places for a while.
Farid, hopefully I said that right. Hey guys, love your videos. Do you guys cook at home and grocery shop? Yes. Mm-hmm. We eat out a lot,
yeah,
but it's very affordable to do so. But we also cook at home a few
times a week.
Yeah,
I would say it depends. We've been cooking here a little less because the kitchen's smaller and just, it's not as comfortable to cook in than our previous place. But I think when we're back in Cabarete after, I think Las Terrenas in March, we will be cooking more because we're staying in a place with just a bigger kitchen. It's more inviting.
Mm-hmm. Better space.
Yeah.
Wallen, hey guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you miss Nova Scotian craft beer? A lot.
A lot.
But at the same time, when the weather's hot, I don't miss craft beer as much. So if we were in a cold destination without craft beer or much craft beer, I'd miss it a lot more.
But if we were in a cold destination, there would be craft beer.
Yeah, but more than likely, yes.
Usually is. Yeah. So we do miss it though. But I mean, in days go by, I don't know. We get used to it. It is cool that we found this, but we can only get it when we go to Jumbos, which are not in Cabarete. But let's see. So Andrea Roberts said, do you work on video editing every day, or do you have regular boring chill out and watch TV all day? That's a good question. How to answer that one? When we put out one video a week, I probably start working on the video, let's say at least by Wednesday for the Sunday video, editing it. And I do it over the course of a little bit each night, just because then it gives us lots of time to chill out. We're actually really good at finding time to chill out in general with all the work we have, because we, rather than work, and this is why we chose to do this lifestyle, be in a 9-to-5 job, and people say to you, this is your time to work from 9 to 5. It's just the entire different way. I don't think like that. I don't work like that. If you're creative, it's impossible to do. So we kind of break it up, I would say. So meaning we might work frantically in the morning.
We almost always work in the morning for sure. The afternoons, if it's nice, we try to go spend an hour or two at the pool if we can, or walk. We always try to go for a walk on the beach. Haven't done a good beach day in a while. We need to do that.
Yeah. But then at night we might come back and be at stuff again. Right now we've been, I think this coming week, we're going to have 2 videos, but we're also traveling and meeting up with people. So right now I'm editing every single night.
Yeah, it's trying to get ahead, basically.
And the videos are a little longer lately, and the one upcoming, and there's a lot happening in them. So they're taking longer to edit. So Renata Pereira said, Gordon asks, do Canucks play hockey on the beach? There's probably, not us, but there's probably some. I'm sure if you were at a resort, you might see that happening. So no, you just see on this beach, you see volleyball a lot.
Lots of volleyball.
And some soccer, football.
Some soccer,
and a lot of locals play, but no hockey. Sand hockey, is that a thing? Let's see.
Leo asked, do you feel safe traveling from city to city? Yeah.
Yeah. We feel very safe driving. We've driven around on our own, multiple 2 to 3 hours in different directions. We feel totally at home here. It's crazy because coming in, you're like, okay, well, maybe DR's got a bit of a reputation, or it has like the Mexico thing. It feels incredibly safe here. But anytime something happens, it's like mainstream media news back in Canada, in the States. So, but no, we feel so safe, honestly, guys.
Ida asks, is there Uber or Lyft here? Supposedly there's Uber. I think in the bigger spots there is. When we got here, there was one Uber driver. We haven't seen him on the map since then.
Yeah, I think there is Uber in Cabarete, but I think it's only because that one guy, we got him once. It's way more affordable than a taxi, but he's not been active. Although it's weird because you can fire open Uber, but there's never a car. It's a little deceiving. But I wish and I hope Uber will be available here at some point.
M&M girl said, what airport do you fly into the DR to get to Cabarete, and what do you use for transportation from the airport? So the Puerto Plata airport is actually only like 30 minutes or so from here. So that's definitely where you'd want to fly into. The next closest one would be Santiago, which is like an hour and a half. And I would just take a taxi. It's probably $30 something.
Yeah, we just take a taxi. There's private transfers that you can do as well. So either will work.
And the rates are set on taxis, so you don't need to worry about that stuff.
Yeah. They are, I think we mentioned this in another video somewhere, but the taxis in general are like one of the costs that are the same. We find priced the same as where we're from in Canada, or like even if it was the States, they're the only prices that are a little expensive. So we try not to take taxis too much unless we have no choice. Like for instance, we're going to an airport or it's downpouring rain or something like that.
Daryl Poirier asks, are there any specific areas with Halifax pub style live entertainment where you can enjoy a beverage and some live music? There's lots of live music here.
Tons.
I think in Sosua as well, but here in Cabarete, there's definitely lots.
Yeah.
Like Sunday nights at Voy Voy, there's like an open mic night, and it's a really popular night. Open mic is awesome.
One of our favorite guys on the beach that goes around asking if you want to be serenaded. Ornelio is his name. He's awesome. He plays there. He's incredible.
He's really good.
And then on Friday nights, Front Loop, which is one of our favorite places to hang out at, has a really good guy. I don't know his name, but he just he has electric guitar. He has like a little beat machine and he loops everything. But it's cool because like the music's kind of a little more modern. It's not all like oldies. Not that we don't like oldies, we do, but it's just nice. So it's like a fresh take.
And I think Vegamundo, we had them in one video. It's kind of a coolish coffee shop around, has a lot of live music, I think.
Yeah. So there's no shortage of that. There's a lot to do around here. You're not going to get bored at all. There's another question from Black Medicine, just about if you considered buying or building. Thought about it. Don't know if it's ever going to happen or not, but it's there. Here's a good question from John and Kara. Do you do video pre-production, script, shot list, preparation for your video? They all flow so professionally. Well, first of all, thank you for noticing that, or thanks for thinking they're professional, because we've just learned how to do this on our own with absolutely zero training on how to make a video. And if you want to go back and watch the old cringy videos, you absolutely can. But to answer the question, yeah, to a degree. So like we have talking points.
Yeah. So we usually, when we're planning a video, we typically use Google Keep. And I start a new note and we'll be like, come up with some title ideas, then maybe like 5 things we want to do in the video, and then talking points, so things we want to hit up and talk about throughout the video.
And lately we actually start off a lot by thinking about what the thumbnail is going to be and the title of the video. We used to just go shoot and then figure that out later. Now we don't. We try to think of the topics that maybe you guys want to watch. And then, we have those points we want to hit in a video when we're filming it, but it's not a script. We don't plan what we're going to say. Like we just know, like let's say the Cabarete is on the North Coast. There's windsurfing here. There's kite surfing. Like those are the points. Everything we say in between all that is we just riff it. So there's nothing planned. Shots, yeah. So sometimes we have, depending where we're staying, if we know there's a cool view or something might look cool with the drone, that kind of thing, we'll do that. So like a good example is in the ATV, UTV Hadabacoa video. We get to the top of the mountain or the highest point we were, and we fly the drone. And I knew, well, I thought, I shouldn't say I know, I just had an idea that if we like flew the drone back and then flew it over top of us to reveal what we're looking at. And in the back of my head, I was thinking, if I can find some cool music that builds, that would probably look pretty epic. And it turned out pretty well, I think. So we're always thinking of that, like music. If we are describing where we're at, like in the environment, we try to think about what we're saying. And then when we're done saying it, we'll capture the shots to put B-roll over. So there's like a million things going through our head. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We're just two YouTubers trying to figure it all out. But it's certainly a lot of fun.
Leo Hernandez said, we didn't know we had to have a flight out to leave the country. We bought a one-way ticket. So did we. Do you know why this is an immigration requirement? We plan to stay here for 3 to 6 months at least. So many countries have a requirement that you need to have an outgoing ticket because they don't want people to just be coming here and not have a way out. At the same time, some people have told us on the immigration form that you don't need to put that in. I don't know if it's true. We actually bought, we often use this, bestonwardticket.com. Yeah. They will purchase a ticket for you so you don't have to worry about buying a refundable ticket and canceling it yourself. They do all the work for you. I think it's like $12 or something like that per person. Yeah. And they just send you a ticket, basically, an onward ticket that they cancel.
They cancel it. So we've used it many times. It works perfectly. Let's see. Daryl Poirier sent us a super chat. Thank you, Daryl.
Thank you.
$10. Presidente on me. Presidente is the local domestic beer here, and we will definitely have one today. Because it's Sunday, and Sundays we usually chill out. Once we're done with the live, we will probably be just hanging out, hopefully by the pool if this weather continues. Dealey says, what kind of drone do you fly? We use the smallest one you can get without having a drone official pilot license. So it's 249 grams, 1 gram under the 250 mark, and it's a Mavic Mini, DJI. It's great. Honestly, I've never had anyone tell us that we need to upgrade it. I'm sure we will at some point, but it's a good little drone, and most of all, it's responsive and does what I want it to do. The last drone we had, the Spark, just like had its own mind and would take off on me all the time. It was a pain. Let's see. Susan Conley just said, wish I was there. The ice storm here in Halifax was bad. Yeah, I know. There's a
lot
huge
of people
storm.
Still don't have electricity.
My folks had no power. They just got it back, I think, but they were out for like 12 hours. So yeah, hopefully that it warms up like it normally does in Halifax, and it's not minus 14 because that's no fun. Definitely thinking of you guys there. Wow. So still 300 people here. We're almost at 400 likes. Guys, thank you so much. We'll hang out here for probably at least 10 or 15 more minutes. If any of you have any questions, by all means, do ask. I mentioned it before. We do have a sale on 20% off in our merchandise store. If you want to do that, you can join our channel. Hit subscribe, all the drills. But someone said, yeah, Eminem girl said, love all your videos, steady with no fast movements. Great job. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you noticed that because we've been trying to really get people in the moments, like when we're filming shots, and not to like a lot of people out there. And there's so many awesome channels, but a lot of people have really fast cuts, like 2 second, 2 second, 3 second, 2 second, 2 second. And I remember at one point just kind of noticing that. I was like, well, what if we just do the opposite? And really try to make people like slow it down a bit and try to get people in the moment rather than just have all these effects and things. And yeah, we've been just kind of doing that. Just every now and then we'll throw in some slow motion. And yeah, I think you guys seem to like it. And I'm glad you pointed that out, because sometimes we never know what's going to work, and we try things and then it doesn't work, or it does. But that seems to be our style at the moment. But like anything, your style is always going to change as you continue to grow.
I'm just seeing lots and lots of questions about costs. So I'm going to keep saying this. We do have a cost of living video. You need to go watch that.
Yeah, it's back on the channel. We have a probably 25 to 30 minute cost of living video. We talk about everything in there.
And lots of people saying going to the south. We did talk about that a little while ago, but you might have missed it. We will at one point definitely go to the south.
Right after I say the drone thing, someone says, your drone is not so good. You should get a better one. Please and thank you. I find that funny. I mean, there's definitely better drones, but I wonder if you said that because now you know which one it is. So I'd be curious if you knew which one it was before. But yeah, I mean, there's better drones. We'll definitely get a better drone at some point, and probably a better camera.
But the thing about getting a better drone is having to get a drone license in Canada.
In Canada and probably other countries.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We will definitely see. But I don't know. What do you guys think of the camera quality in general? I'd be curious to know. Like, it just with the main camera, do you think it's lacking? Do you even notice? Or are you just happy with it? Because we might at some point get something better. But I don't know. We seem to like it. That's for sure. Hey, Roger Berry. Super chat. Look at you. Thank you so much.
So great.
You guys are amazing. $20. That would go a long way. All the super chat stickers or money or anybody that sends us money, it just goes towards all the costs that go to produce the videos, just so you know. So I know if any of you watching, you're just like, wow, there's, people send the money randomly. Remember, it costs us a lot of money to make the videos and produce the videos and travel around. It's probably one of the most expensive genres on YouTube. Because we have to get places.
I love your content. I would like to know if you have thought about continue to do other types of tourism, such as the mountains or nightlife in the city. So if you mean mountain, like we were just in Jarabacoa, we did that, but you might mean like hiking in the mountains, which is not something that we would typically do.
No.
And I'm sorry, we're not nightlife people. And even if we were, that would be so hard to film.
I don't know how you'd film a club.
A club.
And I don't we're not that channel. If we went and filmed a club, less of you are going to watch because most of you don't go to clubs. I mean, there's people that go to clubs, but you know what I'm saying. And I mean, we're not going. We'll go on hikes and things like that, but I don't think you're going to go see us
like doing overnights.
Like climb Pico Duarte for a 4-day hike or whatever that is. Like, that's just not us. There's lots of channels that do that now, and that's the best part about YouTube, isn't it? There's something for everybody.
Lisa said, we plan to visit the DR in January to May of 2023. Following your journey, you want to stay in Bavaro, Las Terrenas, and Cabarete. How do you suggest that we split our time and in what order? I mean, if you were flying into Punta Cana, obviously it would make sense to do Bavaro, probably Las Terrenas, then Cabarete.
Probably, yeah.
But if you're flying into Puerto Plata, so it just depends what's easier to fly into. Puerto Plata, you would do here, then to go to Las Terrenas and down to Punta Cana. I would, just a personal preference, I would probably spend less time in Punta Cana just because it's fun, but it's not. We definitely prefer the North Coast. Yeah,
the North Coast is where it's at. In our opinion, there's some cool things in Punta Cana, and the beaches are great. The town is neat. Like, there's a pocket of good restaurants, and there's a good little community that you can stay, like condos, kind of like this one. But this is where it's at. Like, in our opinion, like this North Coast. I see APN TV. So another YouTubers we met, Andy. It's Andy and Chris, but Andy. We met up with in the UK. Where was that? It was in London, but I forget what place that was at. Anyway, great guy. Go check their YouTube out as well if you guys get a chance to make some awesome videos. We'd love to get back there and meet you guys or see you guys again. Once that happens, we will.
Oddly random, weird question. Omar, are you drunk? No. We just had a Caesar.
The question was to us.
Are we drunk? I'm assuming he was talking to us. We had a Caesar, which I didn't even pull.
Okay, well, there we go. Are you guys clowns? So there you go. You're going to get your people that do this. But hey, it is what it is. You get one bad apple.
Actually expected a lot more of that, so we haven't needed. Thought we might need a moderator to get rid of some people.
Yeah. Well, we have a good community, so
yeah.
I can put you in a timeout, Omer. I wouldn't have done it if you didn't call us clowns, but that's fine. You can call us whatever you like. We got thick skin.
Mike said, get a 4K camera.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm still not convinced that it could be slightly controversial, but not really. I don't think you can sit anybody in front of depending on the size of the television, but I think someone said a 24-inch monitor. And I don't think people can truly notice the difference. I think people that are really into 4K can notice the difference.
He did say, so Mike clearly is very into this.
Yeah.
1080p is not good enough for a 24-inch
That's why I brought
monitor.
it up. I saw the comment.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
So I don't think, but I get it. If you're into that stuff, like, you can notice it. But if you're not, you're never gonna notice. In fact, I often on my computer on a big screen, or a retina screen, I have to check if someone's in 4K or not, because sometimes I'm curious and then I'm like, oh, they're not. I think it's really more about like the quality of your camera. I think 4K is great. The bigger issue for us is it means more hard drives and things to carry around, more times to process, more space it takes up. And right now the videos are a lot of work to begin with. So I don't know. And a lot of the big channels, and it's not the reason why we haven't switched, but a lot of the big travel channels don't even do 4K. So I think it's more about your content, but of course quality is extremely important. And then some other people are like, yeah, your quality is good.
Yeah, so, most people said they agree.
Yeah, that's good. It's good for us to know. Like, we like the feedback, even the 4K comment. Like, I think that's a great comment. Yeah, I just don't think it's there. But on a big I think on a big TV, like a 70-inch television, I think that's where you can notice the 4K a little better.
Cynthia said, Caesar, did you find Clamato juice in the DR, or are you substituting? You can find Clamato juice everywhere here.
It's everywhere. I don't know. It's probably because there's a lot of Canadians, but
I don't know. I think it's just I think you can get it in Mexico too, because they put it in like micheladas and stuff. So I think people just drink it here.
Yeah.
Maybe so. If any Dominicans here, is like Clamato a typical thing that Dominicans would drink in their drinks, or is it here because of Canadians?
Yeah, retired in the Dominican Republic. So your videos are great. All right, and they just joined the channel, but they flow nicely and great content. Cool. We appreciate that, because we probably should ask for feedback more often, because that's what we hope for, but sometimes we don't know. So that's cool. I'm glad you guys are digging the style, but in general, I hope that you're more into the story of each video, and I guess us, watching us two crazy folks, us two crazy people.
Emma P said, it's nice to read your replies on all your vlogs. We tried to reply to as many comments as possible.
Yeah, we'll keep trying to do that, because I just remember when we got into YouTube and you start watching some of your favorite creators, and I don't know, it's cool when you get a reply from them. So we try our best to answer every single one. There's lots. We honestly get hundreds of comments a day. It's tricky, but our motto is like, if you commented, I feel like we should comment back. That's what we try. Wow, this is so cool.
I'm seeing lots of Dominicans commenting, and I just want to say, it's so great to have you guys watching our content and enjoying us being in your country. And this is the best feedback when you guys say that you're enjoying what we're doing here.
That's our favorite thing. And we've had some Dominicans stop us just out and about, just saying they're so happy we're here and we're showing more of the Dominican Republic besides just Punta Cana, and that we've been to the mountains. And we met lots of you guys on the beach. I mean, every single day we meet people and they tell us that. And sometimes they're Dominicans, sometimes they're just people that are from anywhere else in the world, really. Super cool. Hey, Kathy Bruce just became a delightful member.
Oh, nice.
Love you guys. So you're finding the join button. So yeah, if you're still here, there is a join button. Also, if you're still here, we're 6 likes away, 6 thumbs away from 400. Wow, there's so many questions. We will probably sign off soon-ish, but not just yet. But if there's any last questions, we'll try to get to them. But amazing, you guys.
A couple people answered my Clamato question. So a lot of Dominicans will drink it with beer. That's sort of like I guess like a Mexican michelada. They put it with beer too.
I saw Angel ask, does 4K videos upload slower? So not because they're 4K, just because of the size. So just a bigger size file would upload slower. But if you're
massively, like they're
huge files. Yeah. And if you're on fast internet, like faster than here, you wouldn't really notice a difference. There's a good comment from John Cottenden. Cabaret is addictive. We discovered it 15 years ago. Glad you guys discovered it. Yeah, it is addictive. It's so addictive.
He said, love to see you go to the bakery Panaderia Dick. We walked by there a million times. And it's right next to Friends.
Oh, it's right next to Friends. Right. We have to stop in there. Let's see what else is here. Jose Ruiz just said something about, a lot of Canadians don't even follow soccer, but how do you feel about the Canada men's soccer team? So they just qualified for correct me if I'm wrong, the World Cup. I think that's super cool because we don't do that too often. Go Canada, go. We're obviously more of a hockey nation, but I think that's cool. And I used to play soccer, so I just wanted to say that real quick. As Kevin M just said, we ran into you guys on Cabarete Beach over Christmas. You both looked 4K to us. We're in high def. It was probably before we had a few drinks, but yeah, it was cool. Again, it's so cool to meet you guys when we're out, and it's awesome. It is awesome. Hey, Luz, Alexandra Zapata just joined the channel as well. Look at all you guys. So this is the thing. So I think it's just a matter of us saying we have a join button and you can click it, because we never do in our videos. We try to do that more. But again, we get you guys reach out to us and just ask, how do you do stuff like that? There is a Patreon too, so you can go that route if you want. But again, you don't have to do it. Yeah, so Brown Al Bundy said, Clamato is a Canadian drink. I thought it was a Mexican drink.
So Clamato, I don't know who actually originated Clamato, but in Canada, a Bloody Caesar is a Canadian drink.
Yeah.
And it's made with Clamato. It's basically like a Bloody Mary, but you substitute the tomato juice with Clamato. Which
is clam juice, which sounds disgusting. And she doesn't even eat seafood, anything. So it doesn't taste like clam. I don't even know what clam juice tastes like. I don't ever want to know what clam juice tastes like.
It doesn't taste remotely fishy, I guess, or seafoody.
God. It's a weird one to describe it, but we call it the better version of a Bloody Mary. But yeah, go try one.
Got a couple of
Rochelle. Sorry, Rochelle Z, $10. Thank you very much. Look at these emojis. How do these emojis work? Do you guys just like pick them?
One?
That's a pretty cool one. I like it. Little animation. Very neat. And then Tregwa 24. It's weird that it's raining so much in the off season.
Rainy season should be May. I'm confused about what rainy season is, to be honest. People say it's different on the North Coast than in like Punta Cana.
Yeah.
And people told us before we came that we were coming from October like to January or something of rainy season here, but I don't know.
Yeah, but thank you for the super chat.
If you know the answer to that, tell us.
Yeah. Wow, this is just so cool. And if any of you are tuning in kind of like halfway through this video, we'll leave it up on our channel. And you can come back and watch. And if you're on your desktop, you'll see all the super chats. We might as well just keep going for now for a little bit longer. Do you guys like when we do the lives? Because at one point we thought no one would ever tune in, but now we think it's a good way for you guys to kind of get one-on-one time and get to know us a little bit.
Another person said they don't see the join button. So I think if you're on a TV, you might not see it, but it should be below where we are. Like,
I'm going to open another tab, and if I can find it, I will.
But I think if you go to another video as well, you'll see it right beside the subscribe button. It'll say join.
Yeah.
And it's also on the main page.
It is on the main page. If I can find the link. Of course, I go to the one video that does not have the link. How did that happen?
Rick said, rain is so needed after years of drought. That's the thing here is they don't get much rain. So we complain about the rain, but we really shouldn't because they desperately need rain here. Someone also asked, where did I just saw a comment?
Okay, I found the link. I wonder if I can put this in the chat. Never tried this before.
Joanne Del Rosaria said, have you been to Tobagua? Actually, we have, and it's going to be in the next video. I
just put a link in the chat on the box on the side. That's where the join button's at. But the Tobagua, Tobagua. So like that's.
We didn't actually visit. We didn't actually visit the village itself, but we were in the area.
Yeah. So spoiler alert. That is what the next video is all about. It's such a cool place where we were at.
Michael Borden said, "Clams taste great. How could Maritimers not know that?"
I know we're bad.
Clams? I don't eat seafood. I had a seafood
Maritimers.
allergy as a child, so I don't particularly enjoy seafood now.
We always joke and say, like, if someone kind of like
very bad Nova Scotian.
If someone could kick us out for being bad Maritimers, Nova Scotians, they probably would because we don't eat a lot of seafood. I eat fish, but I don't eat a lot of shellfishy things.
But when you do, you enjoy it.
I do, right? But I don't know why it's my go-to. But a lot of people are shocked when we say that stuff. So it's funny. Did we just get another member, Susan, or did I already say that? Oh, I think it happened right after the link. Susan Conley, thank you for joining the channel. We so appreciate it.
So Retired in the Dominican Republic did say it's hard to find on a mobile device, the join button. Best to put the link. So we did put the link there, and we'll continue. Maybe we'll put it in our description videos going forward.
We'll start putting it in the descriptions. The only reason we started it is because people kept asking where they can support us, so we did. Wow, this is so cool. We're over 400 likes, approaching 2 hours. There's still 250 people here. It's absolutely crazy. If you have any, we'll do a last call.
Okay.
Last call for questions.
Brown L. Bundy said, do you guys have a schedule every time when your videos go live, or do you just post the video once it's ready? Do you notice a difference on the algorithm?
Good question. Yeah, so I'll give 100%. So the weekends for sure. And if there's anybody that is new to YouTube and you're creating videos and you're trying to be a creator, go into your analytics, click on the audience section, and you can check when most of your audience is online. And that's the best way to do it, because you just pick the best time. So I see so many people just pick a random time, like 12 o'clock, midnight, 2 in the morning. That doesn't make any sense, because the way YouTube works is if you put your video out and a lot of people start clicking on it and watching it and thumbs upping it, it will just
start to spread it.
It'll spread it. Yeah. So if you do it when no one's online, you're not going to have the traction to begin with.
At the very beginning, which is what you want to get.
So, but in general, Saturdays and Sundays, almost anytime.
But we do we have a Sunday at I guess 10 a.m. our time, or 9 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
We always put a video out. This week we didn't, because we're doing a live video.
Yeah.
But typically we do.
Lately, Wednesdays or Thursdays, depending if we can get 2 videos out. We might try for 2 videos this week, if we can do it. It depends. Plus, we're traveling, so we'll see if we can do that. Okay. If we have any other questions. Someone said try to do a collaboration with a Dominican YouTuber. Love to, but we don't know any.
John and Kara said, don't forget Patreon. So Patreon is a totally other option. There's a join button that's built in here with YouTube, which I guess is just slightly easier because it's built in. But also in all the descriptions, you'll find a link for Patreon, which is basically similar. It's a way to support the channel. Yeah. We try to put some exclusive content and that kind of thing.
Matthew K, you asked if there's anything kind of required to fly your DJI Mini. Nope. You can just come down and fly it. All good. There's nothing at all. Let's see. Alain Bisson. Hi, guys from Halifax. Hello, Halifax. And then we'll be in Cabaret next Friday. Hope to see you there.
Say hi to us. Chances are you will see us.
No, not next Friday.
Oh, next Friday.
We're not here.
But but it depends on how long you're here.
Yeah. But in general, if we're in Cabaret Day, you'll see us around. Because we say that to people, and then you'll see us. But next Friday, we're not in Cabaret Day, right? No. Yeah, so we're not here. But we'll be back. I think we're gone for a week or so. So cool. Terry Gray, so that's my first live. I hope you're enjoying it. So this is our second or third time going live. I think hopefully you guys like us interacting with you. We certainly like it. Rocio Frias joined the channel. Awesome, amazing. So appreciate that. This is great, you guys. So William Ramos. Yeah, again, so if you know William Ramos, tell him, message him for us, because we don't know him. And I can't tell with his videos if he posts, sometimes he posts out of order, I think. So I don't know if he's actually here. But it would be cool to absolutely see him or someone else. Yeah, so I think we'll do more. So if you said, should we do more? We absolutely will. It's cool because, lots of people tune in halfway through the stream and then can watch it back later. So this is great. So love your show, Trevor and Anna. We so appreciate it. I think it's time. We will get the...
It's been almost 2 hours. So.
So that's the cue. We're going to call it here. If we missed your question, we are sorry.
Yes,
because
we did our best. We did.
We did. But we promise that we'll try to answer it. We'll go through and see if we can find the questions that we missed. Maybe comment down below.
Yes.
Also, if you have any questions and you're watching this later, leave a comment down in the regular comment section, and us or someone else can probably answer that.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for everybody that came and hung out today. It's been so much fun. We will try to do another one. I always want to say once a month, but that's probably a big commitment. So every couple of months.
It is a big commitment, and from the bottom of our hearts, without being so over dramatic and cheesy, it means the world to us. This community and all of you guys that tune in every week. Here's the song. Hope you guys like the theme song as well. Thanks for coming to hang out. You're the absolute best, and there's a lot more coming up. We're not leaving anytime soon at all.
All right,
So
guys, that's it.
We will be. All right. Are
Do
we
the
going to do
ending?
it? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2,
Shall we
3.
do it again?
1, 2, 3, go.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Cabarete, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.
I hit the end button. Wait. Well, that was fun. That was fun, guys. I didn't hit end yet because I just want to see you're still hanging out. Look, there's still comments going. Everyone's saying bye. You guys are the best. Love it. Hello, hello, hello. Bye, bye, bye. So Nadia said, oh no, I'm late. Oh, I didn't notify you. Nadia, go back and watch it. Bye, guys.
Bye.
It's been awesome.